Healthcare Rajasthan, a role of public-private partnership, healthcare delivery in corporate hospitals, need of improvisation, state healthcare and medical education, steps needed for improvisation or joint venture in Rajasthan, Indo-European course on healthcare for primary care physicians, plan for the various states. These are small plan presentation. So I told you, I've been working here in Delhi Apollo. We have been doing angioplasties here. And my special interest and passion is life-saving angioplasties, which we have been doing, and along with other interventional cardiologists. I have worked in France before, and therefore I have some idea about the European model versus Indian model. And of course, I came back in 1998. And this is the MOU which we signed for the Indo-European Medical Institute and multi-specialty hospitals. European model of college and hospital with support from European high-tech professional doctors. This is our aim and this is our USP. European model of college and hospital with support from the European high-tech professional doctors. Medical education of European standard equivalent or better than many PGIs. Education should be at high par with better than PGIs. Healthcare provision better at par with best of the corporate hospital. So we have planning of combination of the best of the medical education and the best of the healthcare, which is unfortunately not so well developed in many of the private medical colleges in India. So we have this ambition. We have planning for Jaipur, Neemrana, and with the land from the government. We have a huge USP. Our USP is European Advisory Board, and Professor Alan Gabriel with the General Nursing Industrials, Dr. Ellen Alshina from France, from Dr. Patrick Serrat from Netherlands, from Francisco Romeo from Italy, Dr. Silver from Germany, Italian, Carlo Di Mario, Helder Pereira, Trinidad from Mark Celestin, Martin Ulrich Sigward, who was the first person to do stenting in 1987. Although he's retired from the active role, but he's still there with in our program as an advisory board member from Australia. So I'm not going into detail about the project. I will go directly about the healthcare system. India, global healthcare infrastructure system, India versus physicians per population. So these data are available, but I'm not going to do the details about this thing. So global health infrastructure, India 1.5 beds per population, 1.2 physicians per 1,000 and nurses per 0.9. This data is little old, something like 5-year-old, but the data will be available. That is not so important. High standard medical faculty teaches 7 years of continuous direct training with MD degree. This is what you answer. The European model and Indian model, the education system is not very much different, but healthcare is of course different. Duration is of course 7 years, 6 years there. We have 5.5 years admission process in entrance exam. We have NEET, PG, postgraduate pathways, similar, almost doctor-patient ratio. Generally high doctor-patient ratio, but varies by the country. Low doctor-patient ratio, especially in the private sector. Doctor-patient ratio, generally high doctor-patient ratio, but varies by the country. I told you, but in our sector, especially in the private sector, we have some difficulties in getting many patients in the hospitals. Healthcare system model India versus Europe. This is very important. We have predominantly public funded systems in Europe and mostly universal coverage. This is very important. All the patients of France or Europe, they are covered by the healthcare system either by the government or private, mostly government. If you are a resident of France, I lived in France, if you are just resident of France, you show your ID and you will be treated completely free, and those public hospitals are very well developed. So we have to do, we are learning and we are developing, and we will be developed as our mission of Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, that we will be developed very soon in the country, and then they have a similar standard of quality of infrastructure, waiting time, technological advancement, medical insurance coverage, focus on preventive care, public health campaigns. So these are the benchmark for us, and we will be doing very soon. Medical education, healthcare in Indian context. India is a large country with 1.4 billion population. We have a political economic context, organization structure, delivery mechanism, health financing mechanism, coverage pattern, current state of health and healthcare. So I have to skip few slides in the interest of time. The Indian healthcare market is huge. 5.2% of GDP is being spent. Healthcare is the largest service industry in terms of revenue, the second largest after education in terms of employment. Investment of India, investment needs to be healthcare sector are comparable to other infrastructure sectors. And this is the slicing of the healthcare pie. This is how the distribution of the financial part goes. I just want to highlight the training part is only 1%. So we have to increase the training component budget for the healthcare, because training is most important. The doctors have to be trained, the nurses have to be trained, and therefore then only the primary health centers and secondary health centers, community health centers will do better or almost equal to district hospitals. India is now the second fastest growing economy in the world, largest in the list. Healthcare spending in India is expected to rise by 50% per annum. We need to have privatization, shift to the socialized private providers, booming economy, high literacy rates, shift to lifestyle related diseases, easier financing system, Government expenditure on healthcare has been on the decline, relative terms currently 0.9% of the total GDP. We have to increase this. Although Honorable Modi's government has slightly increased the overall expenditure on the healthcare. Lifestyle-related diseases increase the healthcare spending, increase the life expectancy, which cyclically further derives increase in healthcare spending. So I will go directly. There are few gaps. The gaps analysis, we all know, the government knows it, so not going into details, but we have to have better healthcare privatization opportunity. Areas of opportunity for the medical is the medical value travel, clinical trials, of course, telemedicine and the medical tourism. Telemedicine is very important. Telemedicine today has given the capacity of ordinary doctors to do extraordinary things, and this was really realized more during the COVID time. So modernization of healthcare requires telemedicine, total health requires nutrition centers, eye screening, IUs, geriatric centers, satellite clinic, water plants, rural sports, cancer screening, NC training, women child survey, and skill training. That's most important part of the overall healthcare. Medical tourism is moving up. As you can see, that this is small cartoon where ambulances around the plane, that means the patients are coming all the world. India has advantage. India presents the first world treatment and the third world cost. The costing is a real advantage. Over 60,000 cardiac surgeries are done all over India per year, and they have a huge medical tourism coming up, especially the private sector, and we have to control this. We have an NABH and then medical education system Rajasthan coming on to very small touching upon what is the Rajasthan challenges. Post-graduate regarding medical education, there is some scarcity, especially in the public system. As compared to the UG seats have increased a lot, but 2G seats have to increase. Financial constraint in the public institution. As usual, this is normal unless we increase the GDP. Very good quality of training in the rural colleges. Issues related to state policy implementation, limited digital and technological integration. There are few challenges which have to be